special. It is real. Live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, Tennessee. We're hanging out inside of Visit Knoxville, and you can feel free to come join us if you like. But if you can't be here, know that right now it is streaming live on all of our social pages as well as our YouTube channel, where you can also watch it back later at your convenience. So our guest is visiting with us from over in Asheville, North Carolina today. Give a great big welcome to old Sap, back to the Blue Plate Special.
Rusty teeth need a little grace, and hands thick and warm. Our bodies age adorns us. Now, from darkness came the sky. Was it a lie? Where birds fly. Now there's lakes, highways, and homes.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back here. These first two songs I'm doing are songs I actually wrote about 13 years ago, but they finally made it on my new album that just came out a few months ago. And this is actually the first one I ever wrote back sitting on a river in Montana, thinking about how I got there. This is called The Track's End.
East out of St. Louis, there's a railroad bridge, and the tracks end abrupt about 40 yards short of Illinois. hopping over the barbed wire fence, thinking no one gonna catch me tonight. He walked down the trestle high above the Mississippi, can't escape the city lights. Oh, it's nice with your feet dangling down. The train drags in, and all that's left is that dark river sound. Oh, mama always asks you how you're gonna make a living, what you're gonna do with your life. Sometimes the only answer is to take a bridge to nowhere and sit down at the edge of the night. What's it like with your thoughts grasping to explain your heart? No one tells a flower how to grow, it just starts. So stare into the darkness, baby, what's gonna happen if you don't make up your mind? Scream out the voices of people trying to tell you that everything is gonna be fine. If you don't go, you'll never know what's around the bend. So let your feet dangle down off the train tracks and
It's old Sap with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Now, when y'all shaking howdy, you can call him Chris. You know, you don't have to call him old Sap. Let's talk about that name. Where'd it come from?
There was an oak tree in my backyard that told me that was my name one day.
Okay. Because are you sappy?
I can be.
Okay. Well, then you know what you are then. So let's talk a little bit about your musical career. You grew up in Chicago, and I take it not very musically there, because you said you wrote your first song in Montana. That's just why I'm...
Yeah. I was part of the spoken word poetry scene back in Chicago.
Okay.
So that's what I did mostly through high school and then college. And then I got back to Chicago, and I had been on stage in plays singing a little bit, and decided to pick up the banjo after I saw the Avett Brothers come through Normal, Illinois.
So when one goes to your website and reads your bio, the very first word of your bio is poet. Do you consider yourself a poet first?
That's the first thing I did. It was the first time that I was obsessed with basketball when I was a kid. But after that, the next identity I gravitated to was a poet.
Because they go hand in hand so commonly, you know.
Basketball and poetry?
Yes.
Yeah. They both take a little bit of coordination.
Yeah. So, how old were you when you wrote that first song?
That first song, I was 24.
Okay, so
maybe
songwriting came a little later in life.
Yeah, I had to learn how to play a lot of cover. I started at this Irish pub in Kalispell, Montana. That gave me a weekly slot for an hour, and then the summer came. They gave me 3 hours, and by the end of that summer, I had 4 or 5 hours of cover material, and I was like, okay, I think I know how a song works now. So let's try writing some poems to music and see what happens. So.
All right. So, does poetry, do the words come first?
Oh, it
Or does
depends
the
on the
tune
song.
come
It depends
first?
on the song.
Depends.
That's why music is so amazing. Like, because poetry, all you can really do is stare at a page and write words, right? But with music, you can start dancing, start to see what's in your body, what's coming out, start just screaming random things and see if any of it starts to sound good. And then before you know it, you've got a melody, you've got chord structure, and then, so if you're ever stuck at any point, you can move to a bunch of different tactics to try and figure out what needs to happen next.
Well, you have a different style, yeah, that's the way to put it, a different style. Have you ever been able to co-write?
I like helping other people with their songs. I find for me, I'm really in my process, and I like to just sit down and work it out. And then I'll show it to people when I'm ready, and then, usually my wife will have a good suggestion of, you should change that line, or, I don't know if that one's working, and then I'll go back and try and figure it out, but, yeah.
More critiquing than co-writing. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay, so you've got several projects out there in the world. The current one's Marble Home. Yeah. Streaming on music platforms out there.
You can find it everywhere. Yeah.
The website is oldsapmusic.com. Now, along with just your path to songwriting and making music yourself, I read that you are somewhat of a banjo historian.
Ooh. I mean, I think picking up the banjo it requires a lot of respect for where it comes from. But I mean, as hopefully most people know by now, the banjo really comes from Africa. But it is really the purest American instrument because it is so much African influence, but also some European influence. And the way that you play it traditionally, this claw hammer style, that comes from Africa. It's syncopated, it's got melody, it's got rhythm all at once. And yeah, I like to think about the banjo as, well, maybe the blues must have been invented on the banjo. Because if that was the music being played by enslaved folks back then like all this American music kind of comes out of here. But we don't hear that sound out of the banjo very often anymore. So
true. Yeah. Well, certainly shake and howdy with him after the show and thank him for being here today and making some music for us. He's on his way over to Nashville, and I'm very excited for that show to happen because he's going to be playing at the world-famous Station Inn tonight with Larry Cordell and Carl Jackson.
And Val Story, yeah.
And that's a pretty heavy hitters right there. So that's going to be a fun show. We'll keep an eye out for some photos and stuff from that show. This is Old Sap, y'all, on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
All right, well, this next song, I take this opportunity to educate the driving audience out there. You guys all know if 3 cars come to a 4-way stop at the same time, who goes first? The car to the right, excellent. Okay, no one in this room. This song is not about you guys. People who don't know how to drive, oh, they make me mad inside. They say that their kids want to go for a ride. They're in the left lane going 45. People who don't know how to sway, they're in their heads all day. You teach them the steps, you show them the way, but they can't find the rhythm with so much to say. People who don't know how to shake, they lock up their hips when they make mistakes. I want to give their brains a break, give dancing a chance for heaven's sake. Oh no, you're not doomed to be the person I presume. We all take turns being stupid. A slap on the wrist, don't you do it again. People who don't know how to merge, they make the traffic absurd. They're stuck in their ways, they listen to no one. They're living in fear, they project it on me. People who don't know how to drive,
Oh, they make me sad inside. They take their kids out for a ride, and their kids become them doing nothing right. So people who don't know how to drive, I would be your passenger all night. I'd fall asleep in the backseat if I thought you knew what you were doing. Buddy, you're not doomed to be the person you've assumed. We all take turns being stupid. A slap on the wrist, don't you do it again. A slap on the wrist, bet you'll do it again.
I think there needs to be a new verse about roundabouts.
Oh, yeah.
They just put them in everywhere, and nobody here knows what to do. And it's like the wall of death when you enter one of those things. It's like, oh, nobody knows what's going on. Anyway, go ahead. I digress.
And we don't like taking advice from the British, so yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out ourselves. All right. Well, my next poet project this year has been to try and memorize a poem a week. So this is a piece by Mary Oliver that you might recognize.
You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
Oh, well, I guess this is a moment for me to say support for the WDVX Blue Plate special comes from listeners just like yourselves and from Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate Fridays at noon. And coming up this Friday, Levi Foster's going to be with us. Oh, Fat Elvis. You can find out more about that by visiting our website at WDVX.com. Additional support comes from Modelo Especial. And I don't know, was your, Chris, was your family musical when you grew up?
No. Not at all. And I learned the banjo off of a book called The How and the Tao of Old Time Banjo. And after like a year, my aunt was like, you know, I still have Dad's old violins. You should take them and see if you can learn how to play the violin. And I got one of them fixed up. They were cracked. The guy at the music store thought that my grandfather maybe had had a few too many drinks, and he just threw the violin into the case hastily. But we got it fixed up, and then I'm sad to say that somewhere in my move from Montana to North Carolina, it has been misplaced, and it's the biggest regret of my life. So my book of poems that's sitting over there is called My Grandfather's Violin. Yeah.
Wow, that's a sad story.
It is sad, yeah.
Did you ever learn to play a violin?
I took a few lessons from my friend Stu, and he was a real good teacher, and I took all these notes, and I was so distracted by the banjo, and I was like, all right, I'm going to get this someday. Now, of course, I'm surrounded by fiddle players down in Asheville, so I'm like, man.
Well, you know, you always need a banjo player sometimes too, though. So I'm out of the way, y'all. He's going to do a few more tunes for us here today. It's Old Sap on the Blue Plate Special.
I just had a... I just had a herniated disc, and I was lying on the ground for 2 weeks. I couldn't get up. Visited many chiropractors and healthcare practitioners, and I could not tell if they were actually trying to relieve me of my pain or the money in my wallet more. But this is the first and hopefully last song that I've ever written while lying on the ground. Pain's an 8, my bank account's a 0. I'm juggling torches, and they're all falling down. On a scale from not so great to everything's amazing, I'm somewhere on the edge, wrapping back around. If the earth is flat, like my Uber driver told me, then I hope my exit comes up real soon. From here to there, it's never quite a straight line. And if I go too far, you'll see me on the moon. Flood up in the mountains. A privileged kid can end up on the street. The geniuses who no one's ever heard of are juggling torches and managing the heat. The bronzy smiling man on the billboard with the slick back hair is selling me a church. If it's anything like the one that I grew up in, they ostracize the prophets and forgive rich jerks. If you kill a man with kindness, does it go to heaven? If your eyes roll too far back, can you see your soul? I'm harping on that punchline that's just a dead joke. If the rain is a waterfall, we're all swimming holes.
Champagne's an 8, my bank account's a 0. I'm juggling torches, trying not to burn it down. On the scale from not so great to everything's amazing, I'm somewhere on the edge coming back around. Talking to the moon here, I hate a bit to say. How sets me off, breaking down in the rain, unpacking all my thoughts, let them get washed away. Oh, let the sea rise again. Already headed for the end. Pull your hair out one by one. That'll get you somewhere. Reflections on your mind. Locked inside, kick the wall. Say you want a haircut, well, I don't wanna die. There's gunshots going off, jumping in to the lake, taking off my clothes, let them get washed away. Oh, let the sea rise again. I'm already headed for the end. A mote of dust in the sun, peering through the curtain, suspended in the air.
It's Old Sap with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. We've got time for one last song, but before he does that, we want to invite everybody back again tomorrow. Charlie Lovewolf will be here with us. David Norcross on Wednesday, Crawdaddy Jones on Thursday, Levi Foster's on the Big Plate Friday, Chris Long and James Lee and the rest will be with us on Saturday. All that information can be found on our website at WDVX.com. To add a little twist, I just checked my email just now just to make sure I hadn't heard something, but there's a little something in the works right now. And there might be a surprise thrown into the Blue Plate schedule this week. So keep an eye out on that schedule at WDVX.com. Don't know much more than that to say. I was hoping to get the word before the show was over, but I didn't. So I know something you don't. So you'll just have to keep an eye on the schedule for a quick change addition to our schedule for this week. Old Sap heading to Nashville. Heads up, y'all. Station in tonight. And oldsapmusic.com is where you can find more information and a complete schedule. Thank you so much for being here and making some music for us today. Will you leave us with the last tune?
Absolutely, yeah. That last song was on my new album, and this last one I'm going to do is also on the new album. Before we get into it, I just want to take this opportunity to share some words that Walt Whitman wrote to us about 170 years ago. He said, "This is what you shall do. Love the earth and sun and the animals. Despise riches. Give alms to everyone that asks. Stand up for the stupid and crazy. Devote your income and labor to others. Hate tyrants. Argue not concerning God. Have patience and indulgence towards the people. Take off your hat to nothing known or unknown or to any man or number of men. Go freely with powerful, uneducated persons and with the young and with the mothers of families. Re-examine all you have been told in school or church or in any book, and dismiss whatever insults your soul. And your very flesh shall be a great poem, and have the richest fluency, not only in words, but in the silent lines of your lips and face, and between the lashes of your eyes, and in every motion and joint of your body." I kick the trash can over, tell the bouncer I'm sober. It's not a lie, it's not the truth. I want a refund, they refuse. Oh, what's the point? Oh, what's the use? I'm bowing out, I'm cutting loose. Will this night be forgotten? Trestles is rotting, it's not my problem. This is your reminder. Always, always, always be kinder. There's a migration headed for the sun. Wingspans link, carved in blues arise, crossing in the sky, singing from the trees. All talk of God is poetry. Talk of God is poetry. Who can say who's right or wrong? Why can't my family get along? Get attached, get away. We'll sort this out another day. On the screens, the faces claim they've read the signs, they know the way. Send your money to them now. Get us out of this somehow. Hey, oh, hey, oh. Always be kinder. Always, always.
voice. See your struggles touching in the aisles of the stores, between the dirt and marble floors, and beneath them to the core, aquifers are gushing forth, on and on beyond the end. I hope to meet you there, my friend. This is your reminder. Always, always be kinder. There's a migration headed for the sun. Wingspans linked, caught in moons or ones, crossing in the sky, saying, hey, it's me. All talk of God is poetry. All talk of God is poetry.
That's old Sap. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.